Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fans of drones everywhere, I'm Ken Heron, and this is Thursday Night Live. Welcome, everyone. The gentleman right here on my left is Dana Williams. Break it down one time, sir. Come on. Yeah. Make it happen. Play that bass. Air bass. Yeah. All right. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. Hello, Dana. How are you?
What's happening, man?
Oh, man, I am pretty sure I got the backwoods bandwidth taken care of.
Man, I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so.
And there is so much show. We're going to try to shoehorn it all in. I mean, there's
a
lot of show tonight.
How is your back?
I'm trying to put all the pain behind me. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. Coming up, Rick Smith from Drone Valley is the guest tonight. I got a buddy. He's going to talk to us about some 3D printing of DJI parts that he's done. Linda will stop by via recorded message with some jokes. And you can win this HDMI cloner box. This is a $100 value, I believe. This allows you to record directly from an HDMI source right onto a USB, right onto a USB, like goggles or any feed. So that's cool. But first,
box.
It's our sponsor, the Cadillac of processed meats.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
The Cadillac of processed meats.
Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness, Dana. There's a lot to get to into the news. So
yes, there is a lot.
So what do you say we just go ahead and let the jingle singers introduce the news?
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, direct from the drone newsroom. It's all the news fit to drone, droning the news, newsing the drone. It's Dana Williams.
You better believe it. Friends, I've got some good stuff, got some funky stuff, we got some funny stuff. Oh, we got news. First off, right out of the chute, we all are going to be glad to hear this. Every single one of us.
Yes.
They sounds like there is a firm that has come up with lithium metal batteries for our drone.
What?
Do you hear me?
Oh my goodness.
Lithium metal batteries, and they claim that they will get twice the juice out of the same battery, or half the size.
Oh my goodness.
The battery could be half the size and get the same of what we get today.
Oh wow, dude, that is going to be a game changer right there.
Is that something else or what?
That's pretty amazing.
New startup company up in Massachusetts that I think they're called Solar Energy Systems. They claim to be the first to sell lithium metal batteries commercially.
Now will these
applications for the technology is going to be drones, they say.
Okay.
Oh.
Will these be as explosive as lithium ion batteries?
Well, now, isn't that an interesting question?
Yeah.
Of course, they don't bring that up.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
But I'll tell you this: that will change the world for. Just think about not only drones, but anything radio controlled, all the way down to a darn hearing aid. Man, that will change life. Man, electric cars.
Electric cars certainly.
Man, what will that do with electric cars?
And how about Tesla putting a car into space? Wasn't that awesome? And then the two boosters landing straight up. That's just amazing.
I didn't get to see it.
Oh, you didn't? I wish I had the video. By the way, speaking of video, and I have a very quick news story. I don't know if you were going to mention this, but we have to talk about the near miss in Las Vegas.
Well, not only Las Vegas, but there was also one over in England also.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Was.
Well, tell me about that one, and then I have video from the one at McCarran International Airport, and some people are saying that it might be a hoax.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. But tell me about the one in England.
Oh, well, I'm looking for it as we speak.
Okay. Well, I'll show the video of this one.
Yeah.
There's, of course, you've seen it by now, the video of a race drone hovering just feet from a passenger jet, landing in an airport. And I don't know. I'll show you the video, and you can judge for yourself. FAA is calling it reckless. They're investigating, of course, and it's a race drone. You can tell by the angle of which. But I think the plane looks fake. I'm still on the fence, but I'll let you judge for yourself. Here it is now.
Above Whitney Park, in the distance, you can see a plane flying towards it. It turns around, and then you can see the plane directly below the drone. A dangerous, reckless encounter. The FAA says it was made aware of the incident this afternoon, and they are investigating it. According to the FAA, a drone pilot that flies unsafely could face fines of over $1,400 per violation. People who fly drones unsafely can also face federal criminal penalties, including fines of up to $250,000 and imprisonment for up to 3 years. Drone organizations have already condemned the incident, saying the pilot of the drone should receive swift and just punishment.
What do you think, Dana? I have this on a loop here. What do you think? Does it look fake to you? The plane looks kind of fake.
I mean, you know, I thought about that. I thought, you know, it might be fake, but something took that picture of that plane.
Well, a lot of people are wondering, is it from a video game? It does look like video game graphics. But even so, if you're going to create a hoax like this, that's going to panic a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Man, the story I read also over in at Heathrow Airport, they were talking about how it came within 5 feet of an airplane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yes. So I don't know. Here's what I do know. If you're doing anything like that, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's
guys.
very
Come
irresponsible.
On,
yes.
You're going to absolutely kill this little hobby, this sport, this business opportunity. You're going to kill it if we keep on being irresponsible like that and acting like an idiot, man. I mean, man, there's people's lives up there in those airplanes and places. You gotta come on, man.
Yeah, you gotta think. And by the way, we got a $5 super chat from Phantom Panic. Thank you so much. He seems to think it was a fake as well. Thank you so much, Phantom Panic.
But man, I truly hope it was a fake, man. I really do. And it very well could have been a flight simulator for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you have that story about the one in England?
You know, we'll just move on, man.
We'll move on.
I think we've said what we need to say on that.
You're right. Let's move on.
I do have another little disturbing little piece of news here. It says, can it be that DJI has sunsetted the plunky little Spark?
Oh, no.
Dealers are beginning to post clearance-style prices. One even suggesting it will never, ever be in stock again once they sell it.
All right, moving on.
Okay, moving on.
On to the next.
That would be something right there. I mean, here the Mavic Air has come out and they're already starting to talk about the Spark going completely away. That stuns me a little bit, but
well, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to find one. I mean, if you wanted to buy a Phantom 1, you can hop on eBay and get you one for about $7.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, I don't know if you want to do this one for last or save it, but we've got a woman here. Ken, you may know a little bit about this. Springdale Township, there was a woman ordered to pay $600.
Yeah.
Why? For throwing a rock at a drone.
Yeah.
That'll learn her.
Voyage of a high-end drone, one that had a video camera mounted on it. But while it was in the air, a neighbor says she felt unsafe and took action to protect herself. Brenda Waters picks up the story from there.
This is the case of the neighborhood drone and the woman who brought it down with the toss of a piece of driveway gravel.
These things are like weed whackers coming at you. You don't want to be anywhere near it.
And it was flying from that chimney in this direction.
But 46-year-old Mark Schock, who owns a drone, tells a different story than the 65-year-old. He and Lodarsky live next door on Main Street in Harwick. He says the two have been feuding for years. But what happened back in August was the final straw.
I was, taking the drone out for a flight. Went out, flew it for probably, it was going to be about a 17-minute flight. Started bringing it in, and the neighbor decided that she didn't like it and threw a rock at it and destroyed it.
I was out back reading a book and heard the noise and looking. When it flew over there, I started walking down the walkway. When it turned around and came back and came at me, it scared me. I threw a rock.
I was nowhere near her. I have the video to prove it. At that point, she comes out in the back of the house. She stays in the yard until I'm ready to land it. She comes from here, goes all the way down, hides at the back of the van, and throws the rock. She is all the way up here by the van.
Schock showed the video in court Tuesday and won his case.
There she is right here. That's where she was standing and claimed she couldn't see me.
Lodarsky was ordered to pay $600 to get the $1,300 drone repaired.
That is exactly where the brain is.
In exchange, the criminal mischief charges against her were dropped. Lodarsky told me she has no regrets about bringing down that 3.5-pound drone, and she told me if she sees it again,
I registered our house as a no-fly zone.
which anyone can do online. Lodarsky says if there is a next time, she'll call the police.
There she is pointing at me, telling me I have no business flying that out here.
I was scared. I heard a drone, and it scared me. I'm frightened of the drone.
I'm sorry, I just gotta laugh.
Yeah. Thoughts, Dana? I mean,
Weed whacker. It's a weed whacker.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I lived in Pittsburgh for a while, and people talk like it's an amazing accent. I can't even imitate it, but you can tell that they've been at odds for a while.
Apparently, they've been feuding, and you know what? It's probably been. I can only imagine the stuff that's been thrown into each other's yards and killed and
And by the way, that it's a Solo, right? And Solos aren't $1,300. He fluffed that up just a little bit, just a wee bit. Yeah, yeah, he fluffed it up there.
She's still being just a big old butthole neighbor is what she's being.
What is she being?
Maybe he is too.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course we're going to take dude's side because he's got a drone, but
he might be,
irresponsible.
He might be just throwing the spice in it too, So
right, and she did mention something. They did mention something that you can go online and put your house as a no-fly zone. I thought that was interesting. I went on the website that they mentioned, and you have to send them an email to start, and then I guess they contact you. I didn't go much further than that, but I guess if you want to turn your house into a no-fly zone, like what's that?
Nope.
And you have to have people, drone makers that participate in this. That's DJI. Will they participate? Being the largest, there are a few others that are participating in this, but yes, Alden says a Solo is about $650.
$650.
Yeah, and that's if you have the shiny one.
Oh.
Nothing against Solo owners, but they're not $1,300. They're just not.
You know what? Here's here's the truth.
Yeah.
Dude should have never been flying in a neighborhood like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Houses,
I agree with
that close together on a public street like that. He had no business flying there anyway. But it was pretty obvious by looking at that video that, she was out for.
She was out for blood. RC Man says, I paid $1,300 for my Solo, probably back when they were new. Again, nothing against solo people.
Oh,
And now let's move on because in about 5 minutes we're gonna talk to my buddy Luke, who's got a 3D printer story about.
Let me our final piece of news here, which will go well to end this from that story into this one.
All right.
Talk about there's only one pilot that has ever been busted by the FAA for flying your drone.
Oh, you mean actually gotten a fine?
Well, didn't even get a fine. He just got a warning letter.
Yeah, well, that's what they do to begin with. I've gotten those.
Yeah. And the interesting part is they're talking about how last year we had nearly 285,000 drones sold commercially. Well, in the past 2 years, 285,000 drones were sold.
Mm-hmm.
Only 73,000 of those owners have their Part 107.
Right.
So there's a whole lot out there that are either like me, don't have 107, but try my best to fly under the rules.
In a reasonable manner, of course.
Of course. I mean, and then there's, I'm not trying to make money with a drone either. So therefore I'm okay. There's a lot of us, I understand, but then there's a lot of those that are trying to make money and don't take their 107 and are breaking the rules, just like that old boy there flying over those houses and
right. Fly responsibly. Fly responsibly. If all the police went on vacation, would you start murdering people?
Yeah.
Would you? Oh, you would. Okay. Well, you're different than most people.
Oh, I wouldn't. I mean,
no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Just because, just because a lot of people aren't getting in trouble doesn't mean it's not still wrong.
But here's the other thing. The FAA warned that anyone who intentionally does not comply with the regulations could be liable for civil penalties in excess of $30,000 per violation. Of course,
you don't want to take that chance.
No. Of course, no one has ever been charged those penalties, but you don't want to be the first one.
You
either.
Definitely don't. You definitely don't. And now,
Email. We get email. We get your email every day. Here's your mail today.
okay, well, it's not email, but I didn't have a regular snail mail jingle, so I'll go ahead and just open these two here that I got. The first one, this isn't the first time I've gotten mail from this person. This is from Sarah Lal. Thank you so much, Sarah Lal. This is what I got. No letter. Let's see. I got an Amazon gift card for 25 smackers.
Oh my word.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And then again, no letter. Candy. And there was a lot more than this 5 days ago when it arrived. So,
I bet there was. Yes.
Candy and money. I mean, Sarah, thank you so much. And now on to the tube. I got a tube. This is from a teacher at Mesquite High School in Mesquite, Texas. And he's actually going to be on the show next week. And he runs a student drone club. And let's see what I got here. It's Jerry Calvary, and he sent me a towel. Oh, they got me a towel with a drone on it. It says "buh" and "bye" on it, on the towel. And then there's a big piece of paper in here, and they all signed it. Look at this. This is all the students from, oh, I got the high school wrong. It's Dr. John Horn High School, the DIG, the Drone Interest Group. And these are all the students that signed it. Thank you so much. And Jerry will be on the show next week, and maybe he'll have a student or two with him. So thank you so much for all of that. That is really awesome. I appreciate it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Isn't that nice?
I mean, it's like mail time here.
Yeah, yeah. And now, let's go ahead and I got to get this video ready to show you, and then we're going to talk to the man that made it. Do you have any interest in 3D printing, Dana?
I think it's super cool, man.
Yeah.
Especially if I could 3D print me some of those, camera covers, holders for our drones, and
right.
There's kind of little things you could print up too.
Yeah. In fact, 400 AGL Mel, he stopped by today. Total coincidence. He didn't know I was going to have my buddy Luke on tonight talking about it, but he made me these pigeon jerky coins. He said it took 9 hours to print. Let me make the screen bigger so you can.
It took 9 hours?
Not each coin. He printed a bunch of them. But look at that. Is it focusing?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And they're pretty solid. And then he made me a keychain too. I started coloring it in because you couldn't really see it that well. So thank you very much, Mel. And now I'm going to show you this video of my friend Luke. We're going to call him in a second. This is Luke's printer printing a part to make his controller be able to hold a larger iPad. And this is, of course, sped up. These things take so long to print, but
do.
They are really, really amazing. Isn't that incredible?
I think it's just unbelievable. And to be honest with you, I still don't really understand it.
It creates layer upon layer, and it's just like a layer cake. And so we're gonna have the guy on to explain a little bit about it. If you're curious, how much does the machine cost? How long does it take? And now, hopefully, my newfound bandwidth speed will be able to. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I totally forgot razzmatazz. There, see? That looks better. All the razzmatazz.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Better.
All right, let me call my get him on the horn here. Let's see here. And this is the true test of the new bandwidth. Add people to this call. Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Luke. Oh my goodness, Luke made it. Look at that.
Hey,
Luke, what's happening?
not much.
Your audio is a little muffled there. Testing 1 2.
Only to get better.
Can you hear me?
How's that? Yeah, I've got you.
Okay, good. Yeah. So Luke, what kind of and how long? What did you make? First of all, you made a DJI part to hold your. Do you have it there to show us?
I do. So this is the piece I've made, and it's an extension for the DJI Phantom controller. The controller, as you all know, ratchets to fit whatever device you've got. But sometimes you run into a situation where you've got something larger, like, say, a laptop. And I don't recommend this. But if you wanted to use it with your controller, it doesn't quite fit.
Are you going to use that huge?
Slide this adapter on there, and now you've got tons of reach. You can clear it easily.
Wow.
There you go.
Hey, man.
So
a little top heavy.
So are you gonna use? I mean, he's been printing stuff just forever. what other kinds of things have you been printing, Luke?
Oh, you name it. I've printed a little stand for my Apple Watch charger. Printed a little astronaut here. That's pretty neat. I printed some neat cylindrical puzzles. That's kind of like a maze that you saw. That's been a big hit. But it's really neat. It's a crazy idea to think about being able to go from an idea in your head to a 3D drawing on your computer to a physical in just hours, you know.
Yeah.
My normal routine is get up in the morning and start the printer first thing. Before I do anything else, I start the printer and print something all day. You come home to a brand new thing that didn't exist before. And the same thing before I go to bed every night, fire it back up and wake up to something that you didn't have yesterday. So it's really neat, being able to solve problems like that. It's really, really powerful.
And
so what is the stuff that it prints with? I mean, what is that substance, whatever it is?
I'm printing in a material called PLA, which is a type of plastic similar to like ABS plastic. ABS plastic is what gives some frame of reference. And it's a pretty hard plastic. So the way the printer works is it melts a little filament of that plastic, and then extrudes it, lays it out on the print bed there, in a thickness of about imagine a sheet of paper. That's about the thickness we're doing, one layer at a time. So you gradually end up with something that takes shape.
And what kind of printer do you have? What's the name of it?
I'm using a Monoprice Maker Ultimate, which is a clone of another printer, and on it goes. But it's been really great. I recommend it. And
there's different resolutions, of course. The more money you spend.
Yeah. So you change the layer thickness. So a sheet of paper that's a pretty good starting point. But you can go to either side of that. And then we're measuring stuff here in microns, thousandths of an inch. So it's great, but under $1,000, you can start turning your ideas into real things.
Wow. I mean, this is the kind of thing that is unusual now, but eventually will be as innocuous as a toaster or microwave oven or any other appliance. You're going to have one.
Yeah. It's crazy to see how quickly it's catching on.
And you can create stuff yourself. I mean, you can either go online and get plans or a file that someone else has created, or if you know CAD, I guess you can mention. Did you make that yourself, or did you download the file?
I can't take credit for this. I actually downloaded this from a website called Thingiverse. So it's a huge repository of shared designs that other people have created. So, and it's as easy as point and click. You find something on thingiverse.com that you like, click the download button, and then you can click the print button and off.
Do you charge for that?
Thingiverse doesn't have any paid objects on their site, but there are some other sites out there that allow creators to charge for their work. And yeah, so there's options.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks for being on, Luke. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Before I let you go, what's the next drone related part that you can print? Now, could you print propellers, and would they work? Would they fly?
I have seen a successful test of a 3D printed propeller, but I would not recommend it. I've been flying RC and fixed wing side for about 15 years now, and I have gone through my share of props in that time, and I don't think that 3D printing is quite there yet, but it's catching up quickly.
Awesome. All right, Luke.
It takes some mighty good balancing, man, to print one up and then get it balanced just right.
It would.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you, pal.
All right. See you, man.
All right.
Oh, I cut him off. Son of a gun.
Yep.
All
He's
right.
gone.
Up.
And just that.
And just like that. Now we're gonna have Rick from Drone Valley on. And Rick, I know you're watching, but before we do that, I didn't want to get too far behind. I've got these awesome peeling videos. Okay. Now,
What?
if you've watched any of my videos for a while, you know that Dana hates taking the plastic off of new gizmos. Isn't that right, Dana?
It's been, yeah.
In fact, right within reach of you, right there in your room, you probably have a few things with the plastic that manufacturers put on right there handy, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I asked people last week to send in their very appealing videos, and they did. So, the first video I have, and by the way, if you want to send your peeling video, please, if you have a new gizmo, just film yourself peeling that plastic off, and I will share it on next week's show. Ken Heron. Yes, Ken Heron upload. It's just so fun to watch you quiver. I don't know what it is.
It's so painful. Why?
Yeah, I know. And people love to watch you in pain for some reason. And if you want to send your peeling video, please send it to.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, look at that.
Hard right there.
Yeah, that makes it look so much better. It doesn't make it look cracked and old. If you want to send your peeling video, put in the subject line peeling or something like that, so I know, to kenheronupload@gmail.com. Again, peeling, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Now, this first one, it's short. I'm going to play it a couple of times, and this is hilarious. Enjoy.
Look at this. Another piece of plastic. Off like a Band-Aid. We don't need that. She's a happy girl who's gonna get that.
Now, the best part was his
writing on it. You can't, you know.
What's that?
That one had writing on it, so.
Well, no, you couldn't. Yes, I understand the logic of taking that off, but still, it's plastic and it was peeled. That was from Chris Zwolinski, and I'm going to share that one more time because it's hilarious.
Okay, Ken, got another one for Dana. Look at this. Another piece of plastic. Off like a Band-Aid. We don't need that. She's a happy girl who's gonna get that. We don't need that.
That's the best. Yeah. And let's see. I've got another one. This would be from Jason Jones sent this one in. This is Jason Jones peeling video for Dana.
Don't you just love it when you get new stuff in the mail? It comes with all this stuff you can peel off.
Oh.
Just for you, Dana.
That's not necessary. Oh.
Oh, the sound.
So not necessary.
All unwrapped.
It was
Yeah.
a new character
Yeah,
he got.
that was fantastic. And there's one more peeling video, and this was sent in by a guy named Ken Heron. Ken Heron. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Enjoy
Dana,
this.
this is my new car. Well, used car. It's a 2011 Mazda RX-8. And, math fans, that means that this car is 7 years old. Well, Dana, you're not even going to believe this. You see this? Right in the door? Watch this. Oh, no.
No! It was so nice!
Yep.
No!
Now it's brand new. Wow. Somebody else that was like Dana drove this car before me. Let's do the other side.
Wasn't that great? I could not believe my luck when I looked down. I was like, is that somebody did for 7 years? Somebody left that on. Some other Dana out there left that on.
It's new for you. See, that's why they left it on there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pay it forward, man.
Yeah. And now
it's time for the next thing that's gonna happen. And here it is.
All right. Now we get to call somebody else on the Skype. See, let's bring in Rick Smith from Drone Valley. See if I can get this. I know he's standing by. Let's see here. I'm pushing buttons here. Let me see. Oh no, it's not letting me do it. Oh no, oh no. Add people just call. And what? Oh man, okay.
Do this to Rick because I like Rick.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll listen to him.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Come on in. Calling Rick from Drone Valley.
In the house.
Yeah. Please be there.
Aaron?
Hello. I hear you. Are you there?
I am. Can you see me or no?
I can't see you, but I can sure hear you. And I see your logo there. I'm going to put your logo on the screen too. The voice you're hearing is Rick from Drone Valley. He's really there.
Sure.
So, did you?
I promise you I'm here.
Okay. Did you push the button for the video?
Hold on.
Okay. I know. Just believe me, Skype is just horrible. There is a link to Rick's channel in the description. If you want to check him out, you probably already know him. He's a very, very prominent presence in the drone community.
Hey, Ken, he is the one that I watched talking about those antennas that you put on the top of your car and stay inside and fly.
Oh, there he is. Hey.
Hey there, Ken. Hey, Dana. How are you?
Hey. Very good.
Okay.
So,
Good to see you guys.
so Dana was talking about, what were we talking about? This, the antennas?
Remember last winter when we were flying, I said, man, I watched this fella on YouTube, and he was out and had these antennas that he put on top of his car and would sit inside and fly. I said, now that's what we need right there.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
And right there, he's the one who did that little review of that.
Oh, one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a new kit by a company called ArgTech that allows you to extend your antennas to the roof of your car. And it works well. I mean, it's great if you're out in the cold and you want to fly, but the key is to keep that, visual line of sight on the quad. It takes a little bit of work to do that. But it's a great solution.
Now, for those who aren't familiar with your channel, what is it that you focus on primarily?
Yeah, so I'm an engineer and I love technology. Nothing excites me more than technology, science, physics, all that kind of stuff. Been flying drones for a bunch of years and my kids love to fly drones. So I spend a lot of time talking about technology and drones in particular and how a lot of the emerging tech that's coming out that's being found in drones today is really almost like alien technology to me because it's advancing so quickly and these things are getting so smart and so small and so much fun to fly that I just love talking about the tech. So that's mostly what the channel focuses on, but I play with all kinds of tech, ambient computers, home automation systems, drones and a bunch of other things. And I'm going to start working some of that stuff into the channel as well because I've had a lot of questions about it.
And you're on top of stuff. Like whenever a change is made or firmware or anything, you're right on top of it. And I
try to. I really enjoy the hobby, so I always try to stay on top of new iterations. We're lucky enough that we've been invited to a couple of launch events for DJI and others, and I just got back from CES. And man, I'm telling you, I'm like a kid in a candy store at those kind of shows because every manner of technology, if you can put a battery in it or plug it in, it was on the floor someplace out there. And we spent 3 full days on the floor from very early in the morning to afternoon and just loved the whole experience. I had my son with me and it was fantastic.
I got to tell you, man, I watched several of the things that you did out there, and it's very obvious watching you that it's like a kid in a candy store, buddy. Very obvious. Dude is charged on this, man.
Yeah, I had about 9 coffees every morning to get started.
Well,
I really, really enjoy it. And what's so cool about it is that, and again, I know this is off topic, but I have to say this. You'd mentioned it earlier in the broadcast about Elon Musk and the rocket this week.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was sitting at my desk watching that. And not to take too much time on it, but that event for me, and I'm old enough to remember the moon landing and when I was a kid watching it on black and white TV.
Yep.
But that exhibition that he put together with that rocket, there were 100 ways that could have gone wrong, and I was expecting it to blow up on the launch pad or drop the boosters or have the thing crash. Everything went flawlessly, and as I'm watching that, it was almost like an opera, the way it went up in the air, and then the booster separated, and then the nose cone came off, and you saw that beautiful shot of that ridiculous astronaut sitting in that Tesla with the Earth behind him. I mean, as a nerd, I've never been more proud than that moment, looking at that. It was unbelievable.
To see the vertical landing of the booster rockets, it looked like special effects. It looked like a Hollywood movie. It looked fake.
It looked like science fiction. It really looked like some kind of alien space movie that I'm watching. And that was after he had, the David Bowie playing on the music up there when you got the astronaut in outer space, in the cold outcast of space. And then those boosters come down and land within inches of where they expected them to land. It's just incredible to me, the things that are going on nowadays. And I'm so proud of it. It's just a great time to be alive.
It really is. We're living in the future. And speaking of the future, hopefully the near future, with all of your vast knowledge and your geekiness and your nerdness, can you please tell us when the Phantom 5 will be released, sir?
I bet he wishes he could.
Yeah, here we go. So first of all, I have no advanced knowledge on the Phantom products, right? I'm not close enough to DJI to actually know about any of their plans.
I don't believe you, Rick.
But if I did, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
My predictions, my predictions, again, from my side of the house, I really look at the evolving state of technology, what other drone companies are doing, what's possible out there. And I've done a couple clips on the channel of some of the predictions I think are coming. I have 3 more I'm working on that are pretty cool, where I talk about some other technology I expect to show up in that product. But I'm thinking, and again, I made this prediction a while back, springtime, middle of the summer, I think you'll see probably a Mavic Pro 2, and you'll probably see a Phantom 5, and they'll be radically different than what we've got today. And the new Mavic Air that came out, I just got mine a couple of days ago. I have one over here on the table.
Yeah.
Phenomenal drone, just phenomenal. And I know a lot of people are saying, gee, it's 4K 30 frames, why isn't it 60 frames? I've been flying that thing nonstop for the last 3 days. I charge a battery, put it up, charge another battery, put it up. I just can't tell you how much fun it is to fly that thing. It's just fantastic.
And so the Mavic Air is a notch between the Mavic Pro and the Spark. It's something.
Yeah, so that's the Mavic Air. I don't know if you can see it in the camera there, but that's the Mavic Air. That's a small one.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it.
Such a little darling.
Here's the Mavic. So I'll put it next to the Mavic. So size-wise, you can see that I'm saying it's about a third smaller than the Mavic. And then if I put it up against the Spark, this has got all the doodads on it. It's bigger than the Spark, but it fits right between the two. And actually, before it was announced, we got lucky enough to be invited to the kickoff for DJI for the announcement. And I predicted, I think 2 days before the kickoff, I said, if I were on their team building a quad and releasing something on the 23rd, that would be that it fit between the Spark and the Mavic. That seems to be the most logical spot. And I just got lucky that I was right on the money with
so
that.
You're Rick Stradamus.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably closer to Kreskin.
Okay, well, good. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. So
my age, yeah.
I know who that is. I know who that is.
He's a cool dude. He's still alive, actually.
So with that knowledge, give us a prediction, because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the Phantom 5 will be between the Phantom 4 Pro and an Inspire. It will have some of the are they going to improve the camera?
Yeah, so my feelings are that, number one, it's going to have probably collapsible legs, so they'll pull up alongside the body. I would be surprised if they didn't put a swappable payload on that, because there's so many new cameras that are coming out with, lensing systems, just like on the Inspire, 360-degree cameras, infrared cameras. It's really easy for them to add a removable payload. So I wouldn't be surprised if you buy it with a certain camera on it, and then there are other options you can add to it later. I also believe, and this is a bit of a wild card prediction, that they're going to end up with a SIM card in it. And I'll tell you why, because the connections they've got today with OcuSync and Lightbridge 2 are fantastic, but having a SIM card in there would give you a beacon that you could find it if you lost it. It could all allow you to use 3G for communications as a backup or a higher speed communication network. I think it'll have ADSL, which is a sort of an automation system that lets planes know that you're up there, or at least let you know that planes are in the area. Because one thing that DJI is doing, and a lot of companies are following this trend, is to drive to a safer product. And I know you talked before about those knuckleheads flying planes or flying drones near planes, and nothing gets me madder than somebody misbehaving in the space. But having an ADSL be on there, or at least ADSL, would be something that could actually prevent a lot of those incidents and would let people know that there are planes in the area. So I think a lot of cool stuff is coming with that. We'll see how much of it makes it into the final product.
Right. I agree with the aerodrome that DJI is doing. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. And I one of the things I've talked about in the channel, because I always try to make plans for the coming year. And just before the holidays, my New Year's resolutions were two things. Number one, to expand the channel, because I play with a lot of tech. And I have friends that ask me, well, gee, how does that Alexa thing work? How does it compare to Google Home? And what about home automation tech and all these other cool things? So I'm going to expand the channel to cover a lot more topics like that people are curious about. But the second thing I'm going to do is I live in New Jersey, and I'm dumbfounded with the laws that are out there, the reactionary laws that are out there that limit where I can fly. And I'll just give you one example. We have state parks in New Jersey. It's illegal in these state parks to even geocache. I don't know if you know what that is.
Is that right? Yeah, no, I know what that is.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. So somehow I'm a hazard by geocaching. But in that same state park, and I have no problem with this, but they have gun ranges, they have archery ranges, they have unsponsored boating, so people are out in these big lakes and there's nobody supervising them. But somehow my tiny little drone at 200 feet over the lake is a threat to human life or something. So one of the missions I have this year is to really politely approach those conversations with the state and with different parks to see how we come to some reasonable medium between what they've got today and what we need to do as flyers.
That's great.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Rather than just getting online and complaining, this guy's an idiot or whatever, go to the people that can make the decisions. Very quickly, time is getting away from us. Somebody in the chat did mention that, now, and I don't have a Mavic Air, but they did mention, and Billy Kyle had a video recently where he mentioned about how maybe the Mavic Air doesn't like the cold weather so much. Have you experienced anything with that?
Yeah, we've had some pretty cold days in Jersey, and I haven't had an issue with it. And I actually have two of them because I have kids who fly, and I also like to take stuff apart. So I bought the second one because I'll be peeling the skins off it to get a look at what makes it tick inside. But I've flown both of them pretty much consistently since they've arrived, and I haven't had an issue at all. And it's been down to 20 degrees, 24 degrees in Jersey, and I've flown them pretty high where it gets really nippy. So for me, it's been really good, but I know a lot of people were saying I may have an issue with the cold.
So what do you hear about the Mavic Pro 2? You hear anything about that?
Yeah, I got a few ideas on that one too, and I think that'll probably hit around the same time as the Phantom. It'll use the new ESCs that are in there, the sinusoidal ESCs, which are quieter. It'll be foldable from what I predict. It'll have a couple of other cool features. I wouldn't be surprised if it has a 1-inch sensor, because you guys know the Evo from Autel. At the show, at least, had a micro 2/3 sensor for the camera as well as a 1-inch. So I think if they bring that Mavic Pro 2 out without the 1-inch, they're going to really miss the market. But that would make it a home run for me if they upped it to a 1-inch. And then some of the other cool tech as well.
Well, I appreciate you being on with us. And again, time is slipping by. Still have the viewer video of the week. Still going to give away this HDMI cloner box. It's going to go over an hour tonight. So, but you also were very generous to bring some prizes with you, and let's go ahead and just do that now. Let's give away this stuff right now. This is from Rick, Drone Valley. He brought today a Mavic travel case. Mavic travel case.
It's two pieces, Ken. You get one that holds the Mavic really nicely, and then you get one that'll hold your joystick nicely with the joysticks attached. And these are great if you're traveling, because you can pack it up and stick it in your suitcase, and it fits in there. It takes up about the same space as a pair of shoes. So it's nice to have that second, to carry it with you. It makes it easy.
Absolutely. And I came up with a question, and if you're the first in the chat to answer, then you will get the Mavic travel case from Rick at Drone Valley. Very generous.
And I'm watching for the answer.
Yes, and Dana will be watching for the answer. So the question, and I really like it when the guests bring their own giveaways. I really like that. I would like to encourage that in the future. Yes, start that. All right. So here's the question. What was the Mavic Air's secret code name before it was released to the public?
I know this one.
Yeah. I don't know if this is really Googleable, which everybody's going to.
Googleable? Is that a word?
Oh, it's absolutely
sure.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
Absolutely. So again, the question for the Mavic travel case. And someone got it? Oh, wow. Okay, very good. Who got it?
Man.
Lance?
Lance M.
Very good, Lance. Congratulations.
Nice.
All right. Well, too bad we don't have any other cases to give away. Oh, we do.
Yep.
Because Rick also brought.
Yeah.
Let me see. Bring the picture up here. He also brought a Spark case, Spark travel case.
Same thing with that one, Ken. It's got the case for the actual Spark. It'll hold it with the prop guards or the prop stabilizers on it and the gimbal lock, and another one for the joystick. So that way you can pack these away in your suitcase and take them along with you.
Wow. Okay, again, I would like to encourage everyone to go ahead and if you're not already, please subscribe to Rick's channel, Drone Valley. Link is in the description.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yes. All right, so the question for the Spark travel case. What is the maximum speed of the Spark without the controller?
Ooh.
Rick, do you know that one?
Not off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay.
You stumped me.
Of course, you can get the Spark without the controller, but why?
Yep. Right.
So, what is the maximum speed of the Spark without the controller? I don't see an answer yet.
No.
Well,
no,
it's pretty fast. Yeah. I can say it's lower.
Whoa.
Who's the
Did it
quickest
go by?
Googler out there?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Wow. Wow, okay. I didn't see it go by yet.
I haven't seen it either.
I can tell you it's one more than John's. There's a little hint for you. One more than John's.
Hey, Rick, I got
Anybody
a question for you. Can you use a iPad?
We got it. It went by. Did you see it, Dana? We got a winner. Did you see it?
Congratulations.
Dana?
Yeah.
He's scrolling back. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, we'll find you. You can stop answering now. So what was the question, Dana?
Rick, can you use iPad Mini with the Mavic Air?
You can. You can. It actually fits in the handles really well. But one thing I did notice, and I'm actually putting a clip together this week on some of the things I've learned flying this thing for 3 days, is that the grips aren't as tight. So with the Mavic, when you slid it in, it's stuck in tight. With the Air, they seem to have opened up the grips a little bit, so you can fit fatter tablets in, or a Mavic, or I should say, an iPad with a case. Yeah.
And by the
way,
way,
it does fit in there fine. Nice short cable, and you're good to go.
By the way, the answer was 9. Everybody's asking, what was the answer? It was 9 miles an hour. Awesome. I've got a lot to get to. In fact, I totally forgot. I'm giving away the Crane 2, the Zhiyun Crane 2 tonight. So we're going to be drawing for the winner. So, Rick, thank you so much for taking the time to be on with us. Is there anything you'd like to mention before we go?
Yeah, I would. I'm a fan of the hobby, but I'm also a fan of people in the hobby like you guys. And I feel like, it seems like there's so many cranky people out there that complain about quads and, we're the bad guys all the time. So to have somebody like you out there promoting the hobby the way you do in such a positive way, and Dana, you as well, it just helps all of us. And I'm a big believer in taking personal responsibility for flying. So if you're out there flying your quads, just use common sense. Don't get near the plane. Stay away from people throwing rocks. And just enjoy the hobby. It's a wonderful hobby. These are great times to be alive. And I can't thank you enough, Ken and Dana, for putting the show together. I think you're doing a great service for the hobby.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you very much for being on. Awesome. Now, let me see if I can go ahead and...
Thank you, Rick.
You bet, Dana. See you.
All right, bye. I was able to do that and then get you back. Nice. All right. So, Dana...
I gotta tell you, dude, I really like that guy a lot, man. I like what he does. I like his channel.
Oh, he knows his stuff.
His channel for a long time, man. I really have, and really thrilled to see him on here.
Yeah, I hope we can have him back again. Everybody in the drone community is just so amazing. What a great group of people. So now, and I hate for this to even sound like an afterthought, but I've got a $800 camera gimbal to give away from Zhiyun. It's the Crane 2 electric boogaloo. You remember that? You remember
I do.
The thing?
I do.
So I believe it was a little over a week ago, I made a video about giving that away, and everybody is entering. I had so many people entering. So here now is your pal Ken to draw for the winner. Oh, how exciting. Another drawing for another cool prize from your pal Ken. The Zhiyun Crane 2 camera stabilizer is up for grabs, and I've got the 20 finalists right here. And sure, I could use the randomizer 6000 or whatever everybody else does on their channel, but I'm not everybody else. And that's why I've devised a pretty cool way to decide the winner. I'm taking these 20 finalists and putting them on the camera. Right up on top of the lens, just like that. And now, using the Zhiyun Crane 2, I'm going to tilt the camera down towards the fan that will blow the finalists out towards me, and whoever lands in the cup first will win. First, I want to thank everyone for participating in this contest. Okay, let's see who wins. One went in there. Who was it? Oh, it was Harry Fields. Congratulations, Harry Fields. You just got yourself a Zhiyun Crane 2. If you didn't win this contest, don't. There's going to be plenty more. I think that was a lot of fun, don't you? I mean, it was pretty fantastic. Yeah. Alexa, tell me a joke.
How did the telephone propose to his girlfriend?
How?
He gave her a ring.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of jokes, you want to hear some?
Oh, no.
Yes, because
oh, yeah.
Linda, people have been asking, what happened to Linda? Where is Linda? So Linda was nice enough to record some jokes for us. This is Linda with some jokes. Enjoy.
Pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meat. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was just singing my favorite song ever. Hey, everybody. Me, Clever Dark Elf. I thought I'd come in this week and share a few jokes with you. And I'm doing this in a pre-recorded format, so I don't have to listen to that fella Ken groan at my jokes in real time. So let's get right into it, because I've got a few groaners. I think you're going to appreciate it. And Ken, just so we're clear, remember, you asked for this. So here we go.
Okay.
Joke number 1. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef.
That's
what
bad.
do squirrels give each other for Valentine's Day? No idea? Forget-me-nuts. What is orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Oh, what? Wait, what? Am I hearing a groan from the distant future of tomorrow?
Wow.
I think I am.
Wow.
I think I am. What did the dog get when he multiplied 88 times 7? The wrong answer. Dogs can't multiply. Get out of here. Duh. What is black and white and black and white and black and white and black and white rolling down a hill? It's a penguin.
Oh, man.
So now if that's a penguin, what is gray and yellow and gray and yellow and gray and yellow rolling down a hill? Why, it's an elephant with a daisy in its trunk.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yes. This is quite nice. Why did the invisible man turn down his job offer? Because he couldn't see himself doing it.
I like that one. That was a good one.
Not least, why do gorillas have big noses? No idea?
Why?
It's because they have big fingers. Yes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are the jokes for this week. So I just wanted to say thanks for inviting me, Ken. Bye. You asked for this. And I'm out. And cut. And that's it. Get out of here. Go home.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. My goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Nice graphic on the end there. Nice graphic.
Oh, yeah. There's her. That's her graphic that she did. What's that?
Did she come up with the kind of going away into the face?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she's very creative. Good. Yeah. All right. So let's see. We're coming up on an hour. What's that?
It's way better than her jokes.
Yeah. All right. So got to give away the thing, because I know people are wanting to win the thing. This thing is really kind of cool. Let me go ahead and open this up. This is the HDMI cloner box, and this is by Cloner Alliance. it captures the HDI video signal to a USB. Right here, you put it in between your HDMI out and another in, and then it captures it on here, and then you can edit and save. It's a really cool thing. So, the way I'm going to give this away is... Uh-oh. Where did my... Uh-oh. I can't find my... Oh, okay. I had the question. Okay, here it is. Whew!
I can tell you the answer.
Yeah, I know you know the answer.
Maybe that's what we ought to do. Maybe we ought to give the answer and then, okay, what is the question?
No, we're not going to do a Jeopardy type thing. No,
Jeopardy, man.
Yeah, that wouldn't work in this situation. Okay, so for the HDMI cloner box, first person to chat the correct answer. You ready? You ready?
Yo.
They're ready. Okay. In my video, DJI Phantom 4 speed from case to air. What was the setup time? That's it. What was the setup time in my video? DJI Phantom 4 speed from case to air. The exact time.
The exact
The exact time. Anybody get it?
Not yet.
Okay.
A lot of them are close.
They are. Very close. It might help to, watch the video real quick, maybe. But we'll just keep guessing. I'll give it another 30 seconds. If you don't get it, then we'll have to go back and wait. And I'll check it later, because we got to move on. We got the viewer video of the week. By the way, if you want to contribute any kind of video or anything, let's see. The green guy, Inspector or whatever, he was 1 second off. Did we get it? Did we get it?
Panic.
Oh, are you kidding? I saw Infinite Altitude go by, but somebody got it before him?
Infinite.
Okay.
Before that one.
Okay, so here's the answer. There's the answer.
I think Panic.
And thank you very much, everybody, for participating. That was fun. Cool, so congratulations to Phantom Panic. All right.
Oh, Inspector 1 was so close, man. He kept saying 207, 207.
Yeah, he was pretty close. He was pretty close.
So close.
Now I've got one more thing I'm going to show you before I play the viewer video of the week, just because it's awesome. Have you heard about the hammock drone prank in Georgia?
I have not.
In Europe, okay. This thing has blown up. It's really an amazing social media campaign, and there was a viral video that showed a guy in a hammock being held up by a drone, and this is in Georgia, in Europe, and he's just in the hammock just drinking a beer. Well, it turns out that was all kind of a hoax put on by a beer company, and here's the video about that.
Eyewitnesses said that despite the apparent peril of floating some 30 feet above the ground, the man seemed to be perfectly laid back, sipping from a beer as he soared through the skies.
Look at that.
The day our beer was launched, residents of the largest cities of Georgia spotted what appeared to be a man kicking back in a drone-suspended hammock, flying high over the traffic. The true Georgian symbol of chilling out instantly grabbed people's attention. They started sharing photos and videos, asking whether the person in the hammock was real, and turning our prank into a breaking
Look at
news
this,
story.
Dana.
By the next morning, an authentic video, shot by one of the eyewitnesses, was already a global sensation. With over 25 million views around the world, people praised the innovative way Georgians are having fun. Following the buzz, we stepped in with all the media channels to reveal the brand behind this unbelievable stunt. And introduce our brave mannequin.
It's a dummy.
Fully engineered to chill and sip on some light beer. The full story went all over Georgian social media and was covered by the local primetime news and entertainment shows, cutting through the cloud of the usual negativity. And just the first 2 weeks of the campaign. The flying hammock is still up in the air to promote Natakhtari Light and remind Georgians to lighten up.
Isn't that awesome? It was a mannequin that they had programmed with mechanical arm to do this, so it looked like it was a real person. Isn't that fantastic? Thoughts, Dana? Would that have fooled you if you were on the ground and you saw a dude in a hammock drinking a beer?
I would have thought it was a dude. Even though while I was watching that, I was thinking, man, that drone must be awful.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because even the lightest dude, I mean, plus the hammock and the beer, I mean, that's a lot of weight.
I mean, man, that's I was like, man, that drone doesn't look that big.
No, it wouldn't have been. They would have had to have like 2 or 3 of them. But okay, so let's go ahead and play the viewer video of the week. And I apologize in advance for any pronunciation issues, because the name of the place where it happened has a lot of umlauts in it. You know what an umlaut is, Dana?
An umlaut?
Yeah, it's the 2 dots over the O in Lowenbrow. That's how Americans would know it. It's the 2 dots that are over. I don't know what they're for. They look cool. Yeah. But, all right, so this is the world's largest periscope. And now when you think of a periscope, you think of something coming out of a submarine. But a periscope is also a tower. And this is from a 14-year-old kid. He shot this. His name is Nico Michaela. This is the world's largest periscope at Lake Kerkosjärvi in Sanjakakoki, Finland. I know, I'm a dumb American.
Kerkosjärvi.
Yeah, that's it.
Lake Kerkosjärvi.
On the shores of this lake, the 13-meter wooden periscope tower will be open to the public when their fair wraps up on August 7th. Designed by award-winning architect Asi Lasila and his team, the Lookout Tower has already won a Japanese design award. And this tower is 1 meter taller than the 12-meter periscope tower in Brazil, made from a shipping container in 2015. This is all wood. And again, this is shot by a 14-year-old named Nico Michaela. So enjoy the viewer video of the week.
Already beautiful.
Mm-hmm. That's just amazing.
If your drone fell right there, would you go get it?
If over the ice?
Yeah.
I might send a light child out to get it for me. This is some great piloting. What's that?
Good job, Nico.
Yeah. Awesome. Very, really? Very good. Thank you for saying that, Nico. And he's from Finland, so that really is a great way to finish the show. Get it? Finland?
Finn?
Finish?
Finn.
Okay, I'm out.
Finn.
No. Oh, wonderful. Thanks for all
It's been a good show, man. Been a good show.
Yeah, and the internet's holding up. And Dwayne Rich, thank you so much. Thanks for the $10 super chat. I forgot to mention that the super chat's open. But anyway, thank you everybody for the positive well wishes from everybody, especially about my injuries and my back and getting back in the swing of things. I'm sorry, my voice is going. People asking me all the time how I'm feeling. I'll tell you, originally I wasn't able to sit up above 30 degrees without putting this brace on. I don't know if I look thicker than usual. It's because of my plastic abs here. Bumblebee videos. Hey, Ken and Dana, I just set you a video on Twitter. Check it out when you can. First edited drone video. Ken, can you do a video soon on editing? Yes, I need to do that again. And Dwayne Rich, again, still loving it. Thank you so much, Dwayne. I appreciate that. Again, I did want to mention Lighthouse is coming up. I do have some time coming up. That is the next viewer compilation video. Last chance to get your footage in. If you have any Lighthouse video, send it to kenheronupload@gmail.com. Now, again, with my back, I was originally able to only sit up in my bed or anything 30 degrees, and I had to have this on. Well, recently I've been able to actually take this off for short periods of time and walk around, which really helps out in the bathroom. So I'm able to shower and everything. And again, Rich, Dwayne Rich, don't stop now. Ha ha. All right, you've made your point, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You win. Dwayne Rich wins Super Chat. But I'm feeling much better, and I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Dana, what do you got coming up? What's with your band Diamond Rio? What do you got? What do you got coming up?
We are let's see, we're off this weekend, and then next week we're doing the Grand Ole Opry on the 16th, and then we're going to somewhere.
You're going? Oh, you're going to somewhere? Well, that's good that you're going somewhere. Oh my goodness, old drone flyer. Hey man, I talked to him today. I know who he is. Thank you so much, sir. $50 super chat. This is the big one, Elizabeth. I think.
The big one.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. We're going to. I'm about to look it up.
Okay.
Johnstown, Pennsylvania, on the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then the 23rd, we're going out to Washington State, to Marysville, Washington. And I just saw Coast to Coast was talking about how he's up there, so maybe I'll get to see him. Man.
Dwayne. Oh my goodness. Dwayne, keep it going. Thank you, Dwayne. Bumblebee videos. Ken, when do you need the Lighthouse video by? I would say in the next week. I'll start editing that probably next weekend. And thank you so much for all the last minute super chats. I appreciate it. By the way, if you want to send snail mail, you can do that right here. There's my address, Ken Heron, 215 Baker Road, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. And I like to read letters as well. So, yes. Dana, anything else that you would like to say before you leave? Thank you very much to Rick Smith from Drone Valley. Check out his channel, please.
Check out Drone Valley, and hey, man, you guys just fly safe, you hear me, and fly smart, and let's have fun with this wonderful hobby.
Absolutely. And thanks again for everything. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Your support of my channel really touches me. Means a lot to me. Means a lot. So until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And bye.